expression. "Jesus, honey, wake up!" I snapped my fingers several times by her ear and in front of her eyes. She blinked rapidly, drawing me into focus. "Mommy?" Tears sprang like water from a well and leaked across her temples into her matted blonde curls. She clutched her stuffed rabbit to her chest. The alarm in her gaze reflected my own. "Same dream, mermaid?" I crawled into bed with her. Her reaction to the night terror scared me as much as they did her. Cassie sniffled and nodded, bumping my chin. My heart still thumped wildly in my chest. We were on day 4 of the same dream, and it was the worst night by far. Tonight should be the last night for this particular nightmare, thank God. Those screams of hers left an imprint. I'd be hearing them for months. I inhaled deeply, coming down from my adrenaline rush. "Did you learn anything more about Grace?" She nodded and rubbed the side of her head. Her dreams left behind echoes of pain in the exact spot where Grace would fracture her skull. I smoothed Cassie's hair from her damp forehead and hummed, waiting for her sobs to subside. More than anything, I wished to tell Cassie she'd be all right, that she'd grow out of her condition. But she wouldn't. Her abilities were as much a part of her as the freckles on the bridge of her nose. Cassie murmured a few words. I bent closer to her face. "What did you say?" "I saw her skull. Her hair and skin were gone in one spot, and—" her breath hitched. "And there was blood on the ground." I squeezed my eyes shut against the disturbing image Cassie's words put in my head. A broken young girl with the contorted metal of her bike in the street nearby. My stomach twisted like a knotty vine. "The dreams are getting worse, Mommy." "I know." I kissed Cassie's head, sniffed the innocence of her kiwi shampoo. God, she was too young to be having dreams like this. She was too young to see injuries of this kind. Like an untreated ailment, her premonitions were getting worse, more gruesome. The accidents she foresaw were followed by nightmares that recurred until the premonition came to pass. I had no idea why, nor how to stop them. Since her toddler years, Cassie had had a heightened awareness when someone she cared about was injured, almost as though she hurt right along with them. Like a nurse, she'd flutter about them, trying to soothe their pain. Somehow, with the onset of her abilities, her vision tapped into her nurturing side. She only foresaw accidents and only about someone she knew. And as soon as one premonition resolved, the next one followed not long after. A cycle that tormented us both, and I had to find a way to stop it. "I told Grace a car will hit her," Cassie confessed in a whisper. "She doesn't listen to me, and she doesn't believe me." People never did. "Do you remember what we've discussed?" I spoke the measured words against Cassie's head, ruffling her hair, and felt her hesitant nod under my chin. "Don't talk about your visions or your nightmares, not with anyone. Your friends don't understand." No one understood. Even I barely understood. Cassie looked up at me with sad eyes. "But if I tell her, Grace will stay off her bike. I don't want her to ride her bike to school. She might die." Cassie rubbed her face against her stuffed rabbit. "I only want to help." And I only wanted the visions to go away. I rubbed Cassie's back as we stared wide-eyed at the ceiling. When it looked as though neither of us would fall back to sleep, I asked, "Do you want a glass of milk?" "Yes, please." Cassie kicked off her blanket and I stood, holding out my hand. She clasped my fingers, and we padded down the hallway and into the kitchen. Her bare feet